So let's look at this question here, which is on the application of differentiation. Let's see how we can do this. So given that the equation has this curve here, where k is a constant, it's a cubic equation. Find the set value of k for which a curve is always an increasing function. So I think to visualize this, you could actually use Desmos if you want to. So let me just plot the graph out for you and see. So as you can see here from the Desmos curve, if you have different k value, the graph will look differently, right? So the question now is, there's a decreasing function here. There's a decreasing portion of the graph, and the other one here has a increasing function. This is an increasing function as well. As x goes up, this is increasing, right? Then this is decreasing, going down the slope and go up again. So how do you change k such that it's always an increasing function? So meaning something like that. You don't even want to see the decreasing. So this is all decreasing, increasing function. Here, there's no decreasing function at all. So how do you change it? Okay, so that you don't want the decreasing function part. That is the question there. So we are going to do this by using differentiation. So this is what you do. First thing is we just gonna dy dx this part. So this is 3x squared plus 8x plus k. Right. Then after which we find the set value for which is increasing. So for increasing function, we need dy dx bigger than 0. So from here, we have 3x squared plus 8x plus k bigger than 0. Okay, then we have to solve this function here. But this one is, it goes back to Sec 3, in last year, the knowledge solving inequality. What you need here is, this means that this is always positive. So I think this is where usually students will find it very hard to understand this. This means that this function here, this is always positive. Okay, so if this is always positive, what you need to know is actually b squared. If this is always positive, just means that b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. The discriminant is less than 0, and a is bigger than 0, which is a. This a is already bigger than 0. You need the discriminant to be less than 0, because always positive just means it hovers about the x-axis, above the x-axis, like that. This graph here, like that. Okay, so just for illustration purpose. So when you see this function here, just know that you are looking at this is always positive. So in other words, we want this to be always positive. If this is always positive, the value of this is always positive, meaning this has to go through. So 8 squared minus 4a c, which is k, is bigger than 0. Okay, so here we have 64 bigger than 12k, and essentially you have k is bigger than 64 over 12, which is actually 5 1/3. So this will be hence k 5 1/3. Sorry, less than 0. Okay, so this part here will be k bigger than 5 1/3. Okay, so that makes sense, because if you go back to your graph here, you realize that it will start becoming a positive value when it's about 5 1/3. So it's 5.3 here. Okay, you still see that 5.1, there's some negative slope here, but as you increase, it becomes a smooth curve up. So that's how we do this question here proficiently. Any question at all, please let us know. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next question.